Welcome to this comprehensive beginner's guide on breath hold training, an ancient practice with modern applications that can transform your mind and body. Today, we'll explore why breath hold exercises can improve mindfulness, reduce anxiety, build resilience, enhance discipline, boost endurance, elevate cardiovascular efficiency, and cultivate mental toughness. Breath hold training isn't just for freedivers. Surfers, swimmers, runners, and everyday fitness enthusiasts have discovered its remarkable potential for stress management and overall performance. By learning to control your breath, you also learn to control your mindset and psychological responses under pressure. Before diving deeper into how to train your breath hold, let's address the most critical question: how to practice breath holding safely. And can you die by simply holding your breath? In typical healthy individuals, it's essentially impossible to hold your breath on land until death. Why? Because your dropping O2 and rising CO2 levels will eventually trigger a blackout, causing you to resume breathing involuntarily, assuming your airway is open and there are no external factors preventing airflow, which is why today's training will be on dry land with nothing obstructing the airways. Wet breath holding, or wet apnea static, the story changes drastically once water is involved. If you black out underwater, you risk shallow water blackout and ingesting water, which can lead to drowning. This is why practicing alone in water is extremely dangerous. Hyperventilation danger. Some people falsely believe you should hyperventilate to store more oxygen. In reality, it lowers your CO2 levels, making the breath hold feel easier, delaying your urge to breathe. But CO2 plays an important role in releasing oxygen from the hemoglobin and tissues in the body. Your urge to breathe is driven primarily by increased CO2 levels in the blood, not by lack of oxygen. As CO2 builds up, it stimulates your respiratory centers, making you feel that overwhelming "I need to breathe now" sensation. So CO2 and the urge to breathe is our built-in safety system. Also, learning to tolerate the discomfort of CO2 is part of the mental and spiritual benefits of the practice. Your goal should be to better yourself, not take shortcuts to achieve egoistic goals. Let's now outline my favorite table to use for bringing your breath hold up. I will cover more specific oxygen and CO2 tables in future videos to help you progress further in your journey. In the beginning, you won't know which part of your breath hold you need to focus on. So this challenging table covers the entire spectrum, allowing you to learn where your strengths and weaknesses lie, whilst booking major progress. Today, I will be buddied up with my wife, Yanita Yancheva, who will demonstrate the table. She took her breath hold from just under 2 minutes to 4 minutes within 6 sessions using this method. She will be warming up with 5 to 6 cycles of exhale breath holds, leading up to a full lung max breath hold attempt at the end. The total time to completion is 20 to 25 minutes. If you want to see the 100% to 200% increase effect of this training, try a full lung max breath hold attempt without preparation before using this method to establish a baseline for your progress. Let's get started. Set up a calm environment. Lie down comfortably with minimal distractions. Do a 2 to 3 minute breathe up, as we call it in freediving, to prepare yourself for the start of the table. Breathe ups become unique to every person over time, but a good start is 2 minutes of deep belly breathing, segmented into a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale. Follow this by 1 minute of tidal breathing. Tidal breathing is ultra soft, gentle breathing with the lowest possible amplitude. Bring your mental awareness to the heart rate and imagine it slowing down with each breath. Repeat whatever breathe up you use consistently to make progress more measurable, and adjust it over time as you learn what works best for you. You can also cover your eyes with a cloth if it helps to calm you. A cloth over the eyes can also be used to test the effect of the mammalian dive reflex by wetting it with cold water. Stay tuned for my next video where I will explain the mammalian dive reflex and our DNA connection with dolphins, and how you can use it to halt anxiety and panic attacks. Back to the training. Once you finish your breathe up, have your buddy give you a 10 to 20 second countdown. Just before the countdown ends, take a final deep belly breath, then exhale all the air in your lungs past the neutral point and hold the breath with empty lungs. There's no point cheating this. The point is to make the warm-up challenging and uncomfortable, so we can make progress in our tolerance and maximize the final full lung attempt. By holding our breath on exhale, we will be warming up both the high CO2 and low O2 tolerance phases of the breath hold simultaneously. It's uncomfortable. Don't expect to hold your breath more than 20 to 30 seconds the first cycle. I'm timing Yanita's cycles and rest so she can fully focus on the breath holds. At the start of each cycle, begin with a body scan from head to toe. Feel for any unnecessary tension of the muscles. After the body scan, bring your awareness to the heart rate. Imagine it slowing down. Try to go into a pure meditative state, not allowing your mind to attach to any thoughts that may pass by. Become an observer of your thoughts. Visualize something peaceful, or simply imagine you're going to sleep. As CO2 rises, you will begin to exit the relaxed phase and enter contractions. Contractions are involuntary muscle spasms of the diaphragm and abdominal area that occur when your body perceives it's low on oxygen and high on carbon dioxide.
And breathe. Coming out of the breath hold, we do recovery breathing. So that's an active breath in, hold.
Each cycle, practice your recovery breathing. Take 2 to 3 strong, controlled breaths in through the mouth. This helps stabilize the heart rate and prevent hyperventilation.
Timed her at 1:14. So now we're going to rest for exactly 1:14. So the table works like this. You're gonna time your breath hold on exhale, and you're gonna rest for the same amount of time that you held your breath on the exhale. So we're starting in 30 seconds.
Once you feel stabilized, return to the 5-5 diaphragmatic inhale-exhale cadence, or enter straight into tidal breathing to prepare for the next cycle. Have your buddy note the time you held your breath, and immediately give you the countdown to the next cycle. The length of time you rest before the next cycle ranges from 1 to 2 times the length of the breath hold. See the table for the breakdown. During a breath hold, rising CO2 levels trigger these rhythmic convulsions as your system attempts to force you to breathe. They can feel uncomfortable or even alarming, but they're a normal part of pushing beyond your initial urge to breathe.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in.
Remember, the table is challenging.
And exhale.
It's normal if you don't feel fully recovered before the next cycle. Part of the breathwork progress is learning how to recover more efficiently between the cycles. With practice, you will improve.
And breathe. Very good. 1:52. So she's increased again by approximately 12 seconds. We're gonna do 1 or 2 more cycles. So we are resting now for 1:52. And 1. Deep breath in.
After each contraction, try to fully relax the body. Do not let the contraction trigger a tension that builds. Here's what happens in my mind. Contraction 1, relax. Contraction 2, relax. Contraction 3, relax. Body scan, and so forth.
So she reached the 1:57 this time. That's only a 5-second increase in her total time. When the increases between each cycle drop to about 5 seconds, it's a good moment to prepare yourself for your max attempt. So in order to do that now, we're gonna take double the amount of rest, and then she's going to make an attempt with full lungs. And we are also going to wet her hairband on her face to help trigger that mammalian reflex. And you're gonna see the difference between the exhale breath hold and the max breath hold. If you're improving your personal bests, you are in fact improving your ability to relax.
When you're ready, take your deep diaphragmatic breath.
3, 2, 1. Deep breath.
starting by filling your belly and topping it up to its max at the chest. After this inhale, immediately relax and do a body scan.
Head to toe, release all tension in the head, the face, the neck, the shoulders. Release tension in the upper body, in the abdomen, in the legs, the quads, the calves, the toes, and go to sleep.
During this attempt, you might notice that when the contractions come, they feel softer and less aggressive. The exhale cycles provided a more challenging state where the diaphragm had more room to move. Connect this with good feelings. When you're finished, immediately enter recovery breathing. Have your buddy give you at least 2 times the length of the breath hold to recover, and stay lying down. When you're ready, slowly rise and get up when you feel you have stabilized. Make a mental note of all the feelings you experienced before, during, and after the training. Use this table 2 to 3 times a week for maximum progress, preferably in the mornings, fasted. Once you become more aware of your weaknesses, which could range from the breathe up to the relaxation phase, or the fighting phases, you will become more aware of how to work on the details and separate O2 and CO2 trainings. I will cover this in future videos, but for now, enjoy this simple and effective training. By consistently and safely practicing breath hold training, you will develop a stronger mind, a more efficient cardiovascular system, and a sense of calm you can carry into everyday life. If you found this guide helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how breath hold training has impacted you. And until next time, breathe well and stay safe.